up. Behind me, the dazzling panorama of Sydney City. Well, this is our base for the first treasure hunt in a brand new series. I'm off to find my start position now. See you later!
And a very warm welcome from all of us here to this, the start of our 6th series of Treasure Hunt. Now, you already know where Anneka Rice is, but we'll have to wait a bit to find that out ourselves. And before I introduce our 2 contestants, just let me have a word with our lovely adjudicator, Wincy Willis. Wincy, it's good to be with you again after all this time. You going to give us the same sort of information and help as usual?
As usual, none at all, but I know where she is. Lucky devil.
Oh, do you? Aren't you
Right,
lucky?
yeah.
And now our 2 contestants. They are Phil Cox from London and his brother Pete from Dorset. You know what you've got to do. You solve 5 clues and guide Anneka Rice around this course, then you win yourself £1,000.
Easy.
What do you do for a living?
I'm creative director of an advertising agency in London.
And what about you, Pete?
I'm an archaeologist. I work for a regional archaeological trust based in Salisbury.
Well, as always, we will not be able to see Anneka here, but we should be able to talk to her. So, Anneka, can you hear me?
Hello! G'day! G'day, sports cooey cobbers. How you doing? Koalas,
I see.
kangaroos. Any ideas where we are?
None at all.
No, you lot that.
Bognor.
We're in Australia, of course. We've all got terrible jet lag because we've only been here about 2 nights. So what time is it over there?
Well, it's just after 10 here. Now we know why we're here in the middle of the night, don't we?
We're still awake, just.
You see, let me just introduce the crew to you. Let me introduce Bruce Mayborough. Here he is. This is Brucey Baby, otherwise known as Frank Down Under. Did you get that? Down Under? No, never mind. And let me introduce to you Bruce Berry. How you doing?
G'day, g'day.
Anyway, we can't sit around all day. Open your map. Now, if you find the main centre of Sydney and the Harbour Bridge, just to the east of that, where it says Opera House, and go for there. That's where we are.
There's the Opera House.
Right, you're just about by the Opera House.
Just
Fine.
about. That's
Great. Wincy, tell us a bit more about this area, would you please?
Certainly, Kenneth. Isn't she lucky? Here we are. Here's Sydney, Australia's biggest city, of course, and the capital of New South Wales. And the detailed map shows our treasure hunt area. From Hawkesbury River, way up there in the north, we've got a couple of national parks thrown in, and down to Sydney itself. And all this pink shading bit is the built-up area. The map scale is about 35 miles from north to south.
Right.
Right, the hint for the treasure is pick a pocket.
Pick up pocket.
Pick a pocket, OK?
Right, OK.
So we've got 45 minutes, 5 clues and £1,000. The best of luck. Start the clock.
Let's have the first clue, then.
right.
Right here, I'm just going to read the first clue. Where Dulcie Gray's husband holds the fort, fire away with a timely report. Where Dulcie Gray's husband holds the fort, fire away with a timely report. So.
Well, it's so obvious that
Right,
we'll
it's so
just sit
obvious.
here and
Thanks very much. If it's obvious to you, why don't
Yes.
you let us in on it?
It's very obvious to you.
We're just having too good a time. Let's go and say hello to our fantastic pilot. We've got a very interesting helicopter.
Dulcie Gray's husband is Michael
So
Dennis.
say goodbye. Well, sure, we'll be flying over that glorious
it's
view
Fort
in just
Denison.
a minute.
Right.
Pinchgut Island.
Fire
Hello?
away with it. And Anneka.
Annie?
Hello.
Annie. Hi, this is Phil.
Yes.
I think we
Hello,
want to
Phil.
head towards Fort Denison. That's a little island. It's also called Pinchgut, which is right out in the water ahead of you.
Straight
somewhere.
ahead of you. Look
I
on your...
can't see it.
Do you
Oh,
know the
Fort
way you are?
Denison.
Fort Denison.
Denison.
Hello. There's all these people here waiting to do a photographic session. What are you filming?
Well, they'll be filming you unless you take off quickly.
This man will go far. See you. Right, let's come and say hello to Bruce. No, his name's not Bruce, it's Guinness. Guinness! We have a very interesting helicopter. Look at this. This
Yes.
apparently is a cattle prodder. No, it's... Oh, you're winding me up.
Anneka, are you anywhere going to get off off the
We're
ground?
here. I'm just saying hello to Guinness. How you doing? What is this?
What's the
number?
link with Dulcie
What are
Gray?
your
Sorry,
socks?
Pardon?
Is that an
Well,
Australian
Michael
wind
Dennis
gag?
is. He's called. Her husband is
about
called
it.
Michael Dennis.
Oh, I see.
I believed you when you said it was a cattle prodder.
It is, yes, rounding up cattle.
It is.
Now, this picture of Pinchgut.
Yes, that's right. I've
Listen,
got
we've
it.
got
There's a
work
picture
to do. Let's
there's a
get
picture.
going. Where
Annie,
we're
are
going
you-
is,
We've got a
hello there.
We've got a picture of the island, a little illustration of the island. There's a fort on the island.
Edison. Yeah, Cobber. Good on you, sport.
Are you listening to
get
what they're
going.
trying to tell you? Anneka?
I'm as full as a fat load
I
of
think
stock.
you've been transported.
Right.
Annika,
Hello.
are you listening to what Phil's trying to tell you?
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, I am.
Otherwise, we shall make sure you don't get back into England.
I wouldn't mind. I'm thoroughly enjoying
on.
Sydney at the moment.
Are you tell her again?
Okay, we
Okay.
we have got an illustration of
Yep.
Pinchgut, which is the island
Yep.
in the middle of the bay there, and there's an illustration of a fort
Yes,
on
okay, got that.
on the island. Now, it's a far
Well,
away with a
then-
timely report. It suggests to me there's going to be a cannon or something
Cannon!
there.
Right. Okay, we'll go and have a look. Just to say, we've just flown over the Opera House, which John Betchman described as nuns in a rubber scrum. Or there's the Dame Edna version. She claimed she saw a waiter in a restaurant folding serviettes, and she said, why don't you enter the competition, fill in the form? Anyway, that's the fort below us, is it? Here we are.
Can you land there, Anneka?
Yes, there are cannons. Yeah,
Right.
do
Yes,
these
well-
cannons work, do you know?
Oh, I think some of them do, yes.
Right.
Right.
My friend Gillis reckons those cannons work. It's a touch of the 1812 overtures again. We needed those. Here we are. This
It's a
is
rather
the
long,
fort,
it's a rather long piece of music to wait till the end for.
The military are up there, the soldiers in all their glorious uniforms. Now, we're coming down into a scene straight from the 18th century. I presume this is a sort of recreation of...
That's right. It's a
18th
it's a
century.
very old fort.
Right. So perhaps it's a... Oh, look, I think there's a couple of convicts as well.
A couple of what?
It's great.
Convicts.
Big fat things on the side.
That's it. The fort was built during the Russian scare at the time of the Crimean War.
Oh, how do we get in? Down here, be careful. Gillis, no, you haven't got the rules of the game. You're not meant to go away. Oh, he'll never catch on in Australia. Let's get down. Right.
Have you looked over
Apparently
there
when,
at all for a book
Captain
about
Phillips
any of the
arrived, he arrived
forts?
with 759 convicts. So perhaps... Oh,
Stop! Who might you be, madam?
someone called Annie.
Annie, is it? And what's your business on our island?
You might ask. No,
I did ask.
I've come to find a cannon, excuse me.
Do you know you've just invaded the property of King George III?
Have I?
Therefore, I am going to have to arrest you.
Ooh.
Private,
Excuse me.
tie her up. Tie her up.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you
I've
going
been
to be arrested?
All for you, madam.
I've been arrested by a couple of
Look, a
diggers.
likely bleeding story, madam. I don't believe a word.
Hello?
Say, you brazen hussy.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, I know. She's walking around with her underwear on. It's disgusting. Take that woman
I've
over
been
here.
manhandled by two Australians. I'm loving it.
Guilty as charged. Take you from my sight. Next prisoner, if you please. The Crown versus Edward Downey, sir. Edward Downey, then call Edward Downey.
Sorry, can I just explain? There's a sort of magistrate here and he's about to pass
Beg your
sentence.
pardon? Goodness gracious me. She's hardly wearing any clothes at all. A pair of sailor's trousers. It's disgusting, Your Worship. Indeed. Continue. Yes, Worship. We've got a matter of a certain young lady who's just invaded
Can
the
I have my
island.
hands back so I can just hear...
No, you cannot keep her in custody.
Sorry.
Invaded the
Look,
island.
watch it when
It's the
you're
1
holding my
o'clock.
hand.
Here we are. Oh, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your
Tell me
name?
about that.
Annie.
Right.
Annie. Madam, what,
Yes.
Annie? We're
Listen,
not being
Kenneth, listen to
No,
this
no,
chap.
your full name, your full name.
Anneka,
And your occupation?
television person who's...
No, not your hobby, your full
I
employ.
don't have a proper job.
You have a proper job?
Anneka.
Annie, you look
Listen,
disheveled.
Kenneth, I'm just about to be arrested for goodness sake.
Why are you here, woman?
I'm
Ward him
looking
off
for a cannon.
somehow.
A cannon?
Yes.
You want to steal one of King George III?
You want
see
a
why.
1 o'clock gun.
The one guilty
Annie, the southern end of the island, it is at the...
There's a map of it, yeah.
But the sentence should receive no less than 7 years hard
Annika,
labour.
can you get into this
Understood?
1 o'clock gun? What's going on down there?
Yes, sir, come on.
I need
Come
the
on,
1
Jenny.
o'clock gun. Listen, can I...
We'd be
Yes.
ashamed to lose her
I
straight
need
away.
the 1
Annie,
o'clock
the 1
gun.
o'clock gun is at the southern end of the
Where's my
island.
map?